I, Robin Henry Tees, will slay Stephen James DeShawn. How am I going to slay him? That's the question. How am I going to slay Stephen James DeShawn? Am I going to slay him literally? Or am I going to slay him spiritually? Am I going to slay him spiritually?
December 7th, 2018.
I rebuke you, Robin Henry Tees.
I anoint you.
Let me tell you something. If Father could tell Nebuchadnezzar by the writing on the wall that by the writing on the wall that his kingdom had been numbered, who are you to tell me that God hasn't numbered this kingdom that we're in right now? Who are you to tell me?
But I'm
Robin Henry Tees.
Who are you to tell me? G1140, 1140, G1140.
Is that numbering the kingdom? This kingdom is numbered. P. Diddy. Sex party.
G1140. If Father could tell Nebuchadnezzar by the writing on the wall that his kingdom had been numbered, who are you to tell me that God hasn't numbered this kingdom that we're in right now? Who are you to tell me?
Well, I agree with you because this kingdom has been numbered. $237. Yikes. 1519.
Robin, to make a long story short, realized that he was making a video and putting it together with a music video, made from years back. The music videos were showing basically the exact same thing that he was showing in his video, making it at this in the present time. It's the only way I'm going to explain it. I'm not going to get into it. It's unbelievable. It's showing time. It's showing that people knew what he was doing 30 years in advance. I mean, to the second.
Everybody's familiar with this, and a lot of people say, oh, it's got to be the Pope. He wants to change the Sabbath to Sunday. That was changing the law. I can prove to you it's totally wrong. into this. And he shall speak words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints, or the holy ones. It's actually the holy ones of the Most High.
And where is that place?
Your house?
It's right here. It's the camp of the saints. And I'm the only one that can forgive you, Robert. So,
Mafia Grunt Cloud fulfilled prophecy today.
Talking about me.
He fulfilled prophecy
Everything
today.
he's talking about is
He
me.
was
He doesn't
the
stop.
prophet. The
Kingdom that we're in right
Mafia
now.
Grunt. The Mafia Grunt
Father
Cloud.
could tell Nebuchadnezzar,
He
Father,
fulfilled prophecy
Father,
today.
if Father
Right?
could tell
He did.
Nebuchadnezzar by the writing on the wall that his kingdom had been numbered,
George Walker Bush.
who are you to tell me?
East, a meeting of numbers. I am
Nice.
the Antichrist.
See, he just
Friend
admitted
Stephen
who he is
Ben-Nun
right
here
there.
with Israeli News
I mean,
Live. I have a
numbers,
stunning
Benjamin Netanyahu,
revelation
I am
that the Heavenly Father gave me today regarding
That God hasn't
Daniel,
numbered this kingdom
chapter
that we're
7,
in
and
right now.
Oh gosh,
There
that
he is, right
beast
there.
that is going
Meeting
to
of
think
numbers,
to change the
Benjamin
times.
I,
Netanyahu,
Nebuchadnezzar,
the
declare
laws.
my godlike status and greatness. I stand above all others, ruling with authority and power. My accomplishments and kingdom are a testament to my divine stature. I am unparalleled in my glory, and none can challenge my supremacy. The world bows before me, recognizing my godly might.
See,
my hand
I
out
am
here,
Nebuchadnezzar,
right? So you ready?
a ruler
Here we go.
beyond compare,
I got
akin to the gods
Believe it or
themselves.
not,
These were the
It
words
is
of
not
Nebuchadnezzar
so hard
II,
to trace when you know
and due to that, he
of
was
what's
cast
really
into the
going
forest
on.
by
And of course,
God.
in this video
But that's
here,
the
we're gonna come
biblical
back
view
to
of
it in
his
just a
history.
moment.
Nebuchadnezzar
Now, just
II
confirm third
was a
part
prominent king of Babylon during the Neo-Babylonian Empire. His story, written in the Bible, shows how important he is. It is said in the book of Daniel that he was turned into an animal and ate like one and all. But how true is that? We will also look into what historians see in his life. So stay with me till the end to get to know the true history of King Nebuchadnezzar. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more valuable content coming up. According to historians, Nebuchadnezzar II was born in 634 BC. Nebuchadnezzar ascended to the throne in 605 BC. He is
see,
Because I'm king, whether you want to believe it or not.
You're
Whether you
king.
want to believe it, you play.
see,
King.
Because I'm king,
King.
whether you want to believe it or not.
Whether you want to believe it, you place.
to the throne in 605 BC. He is best known for his military conquests and the construction of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar's father, Nabopolassar, laid the foundation for the Neo-Babylonian Empire. Nabopolassar initiated the Babylonian revolt against the Assyrians, paving the way for Nebuchadnezzar's rule. Nebuchadnezzar's early reign focused on consolidating power and expanding the empire's boundaries. In 597 BC, he captured Jerusalem, leading to the exile of the Jews, a period known as the Babylonian captivity. Nebuchadnezzar's military campaigns extended Babylon's influence across the ancient Near East. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, is attributed to Nebuchadnezzar's reign.
They're coming. I mean, they're coming in. They're just not going to be that big. They're coming in pretty good. This one actually got bigger than what I thought it would get. So it's still growing. Yeah, it's doing good.
Some
looks
historical
nicer than
accounts
those ones in
debate the
pots, that's
existence
for
of
sure.
the Hanging Gardens, questioning
got
whether they
this
were
one, and I
truly
got another
in
one, too.
Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar is mentioned in the Bible,
Yeah, see, look at
particularly in
cold
the
on
book
that.
of Daniel. The book of Daniel describes Nebuchadnezzar's dream of a giant statue representing future empires, particularly in the book of Daniel. Particularly in the book of Daniel. 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 In the book of Daniel. The book of Daniel describes Nebuchadnezzar's dream of a giant statue representing future empires. Nebuchadnezzar is said to have experienced a period of insanity, living like a wild animal, according to the book of Daniel.
My life
And where is that
is
place?
nothing
Your
but a
house right
comedy.
here. It's Camp of the Saints. And I'm the only one that can forgive
Let me
you,
get this
Robert.
straight. You think that
So-
killing those guys is funny?
I do. And I'm tired of pretending it's not.
Or you can follow after the Joker, because he has stolen the Batmobile. All right? I don't care. I don't care. But you're chasing after fool's gold. All right? And in the end, he's going to be slain. He will. I guarantee it. I don't care. But you're chasing after fool's gold.
His madness is often interpreted as a wild animal, according to the book of Daniel. His madness is often interpreted as a divine punishment for his pride and arrogance.
They regarded Daniel chapter 7 and that oh gosh, that beast that is going to think to change the times and the law.
You're an antichrist.
Believe it or not,
you are.
It is not so
And
hard
when
to
people
trace
finally
when you know the
realize what
truth
you are,
of what's really going on.
they're
And of
gonna
course, in this video here, we're going to come back to it in just a moment.
Describes Nebuchadnezzar's eventual restoration to sanity and his acknowledgement of the God of Israel. Nebuchadnezzar's architectural achievements extended beyond the Hanging Gardens to the construction of the Ishtar Gate.
That's it.
The Ishtar Gate was a...
So, do you not know Robin Henry Tees? Robin. Okay?
That's Satan.
Me. That's it. I'm the only one that can forgive him. So, do you not know, Robin Henry Tees, that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sin? Do you not know that, Robin?
A
person on earth that
magnificent
can forgive
entrance
Robin.
to Babylon, adorned with vibrant blue tiles depicting dragons and gods. Nebuchadnezzar's reign marked the height of Babylon's cultural and economic prosperity. He invested in infrastructure, including the Euphrates River fortification to secure the city's water supply. The Babylonian Empire under Nebuchadnezzar was a major
There's only one
center of
person
trade
on
and
earth
commerce.
that can forgive Robin.
Nebuchadnezzar's military
Okay.
successes
That's
included
Satan.
campaigns
That's it.
against Egypt
I'm
and
the
the
only one that
Assyrians.
can forgive him.
He engaged in multiple
So, do
military
you not know
conflicts to
Robin
protect and
Henry
expand
Cheese?
Babylonian territory. Nebuchadnezzar's reign lasted for 43 years, making him one of the longest reigning kings in Babylonian history. After Nebuchadnezzar's death in 562 BC, his son Amel-Marduk
Hands behind your back,
succeeded.
Robin.
Amel-Marduk faced internal strife in 562 BC, making him one of the longest reigning kings in Babylonian history. After Nebuchadnezzar's death in 562 BC, his son Amel...
Because Satan would want him killed. Satan would want that the Messiah to be killed. But look at what it equals.
My gematria number 914.
Robert Henry Tees. Hallelujah. Praise Father. Praise.
For you to tell me. Tell Nebuchadnezzar, if Father could tell Nebuchadnezzar by the writing on the wall.
Also, the writing on the wall. Numbers 935. If I went and looked that up, 1140, 190. If you go and look gematria up for Stephen James Knezer, and if you can interpret what he's saying, then
That his kingdom had been numbered, that his kingdom had been numbered.
look at that. I'm working for King Nebuchadnezzar. I'll be right with you, my lord. God is love. There you go. It's been numbered because of that alone. Now, but let's go with this one. XRP settlement. So click here for our happiness boost. God sees her future. Click on a happiness boost automatically. There you go. So consider 935, 1140, and 19 is 935, 1140, 190. They are holograms.
Yep. On both sides, just a little below the on both sides. You see anything?
What is somebody waving?
There is.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it! Jump!
Waving them. They have no fucking chance of getting the fuck out. See? You see it waving? Did you get it? You see any hand holding it?
See it waving?
Just keep it up. Keep zeroing on that.
Zeroing
Look at the sun here.
over here.
Maybe you like it. Wow, that guy's got a fire on his head.
Get back in.
There it is. See it waving? Look at this. What's that supposed to be? A metal beam?
You see any hand holding it? Just keep it up. Keep zeroing on that for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm zeroing in on it.
Maybe you like it. Wow, that guy's got a fire on his head.
Get back in.
No?
hand puppet.
His hand holding it? Just keep it up. Keep zero in on that for a few minutes. As soon as the sun hits, maybe you'll like it. Wow, that guy's got a fire on his head.
Get back in.
No, I see it burning. Come on, come on. That blowout? That's a shot. There's another soul around here with you, bro. Got blown. Where's your flag? Over.
I think he's hanging on something.
Good man. Keep on.
Being lowered.
He's being lowered? Is it a clear image?
Very far.
Oh, he's being lowered. There we go. See that thing falling? That's man. See it? See him?
Yes.
You got him?
Yes.
Familiar with this. Get the familiar into it also. Atomic bomb with this place. Just pan that.
that those terrorists that we know are in the country, and the Biden administration will not release the names of the countries that they know that they are from. Fox News Digital has been requesting that for a long time. But they are here, and I believe that they are plotting and planning and scheming their next 9/11 or worse on this country. And it is the greatest national security threat we face, and all of it was preventable, and that bothers me a lot.
Sean, it's Joe Concha. We're 9 weeks and one day since Donald Trump nearly lost his life by a millimeter in Butler, Pennsylvania. Right. He turned his head towards that screen to read a chart. If he doesn't do that, he was killed, right? And now here we are, 64 days later, and the president nearly loses his life again. What really bothered me about what happened then was how quickly the media did not talk about that story, did not talk about the suspect. Within like 2 weeks, before we knew it, it's as if it never happened. Does this happen here again? Because we cannot create a new normal around a president nearly being assassinated, but yet that's what happened last time. Do you think this happens again here?
Well, Joe, you know, your media analysis is always spot on, and I think you're right about this in more ways than you may know. You're right. It kind of got. Pushed to the side, and we've kind of been ignoring all of that. And what really...
Trump did say he was there at 7-Eleven when the towers went down, so, you know, it could happen on Thursday, 2 days after the election, when he loses to Kamala Harris. And then 3 weeks later or something, there's like Michael stands up. I sure hope Michael...
Well, how can anybody tell you anything when you know everything?
All right, Casey, you're going to hypothetically
Robin, what's that like? What's it like to know everything?
You
tell me what it's like. Tell me what it's like. I want to know what it's like. I want to know what it's like to know everything in the world and never learn anything new. I want to know what that's like, because I don't know. Tell you anything when you know everything.
All right, Casey, you're going to hypothetically
Robin, what's that like? What's it like to know everything? Tell me what it's like. Tell me what it's tell you anything when you know everything.
All right,
what it's like. I want to know what it's like to know everything in the world and never learn anything new. I want to know what that's like, because I don't know.
What could I learn from you?
No,
Robin did serve in the Air Force.
You couldn't learn it. You couldn't.
NBC and CBS and NBC.
Yeah.
They were here.
Because you are lying when you say if you had that job, you'd show up. You would have ran that from that
Because
job.
you know everything. You know everything about
I know
me.
you.
Yeah,
I
you
can
know
see
me.
you. I know a runner when I see one.
Yeah, oh yeah, you know, because you know what that's like.
I know a runner.
You know everything, right?
I know a runner.
Well, how can anybody tell you anything when you know everything?
All right.
Tell you anything when you know everything.
All right, Casey, you're going to hypothetically tell me you
Robin, what's that like? What it's like? What it's like? What it's like? I want to know what it's like to know everything in the world and never learn anything new. I want to know what that's like because I don't know.
What could I learn from you?
No,
Robin did serve in the Air Force.
You couldn't learn anything from me because you already know everything.
Casey, Robin served the Air Force.
What it's like. I want to know what it's like to know everything in the world and never learn anything new. I want to know what that's like because I don't know.
What could I learn from you?
No,
Robin did serve in the Air Force.
I could learn.
You couldn't learn anything from me because you already know everything.
Casey, Robin served the Air Force.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
Because you know everything. You know everything. You know everything. You know everything about me.
You know
You know everything. You know everything about me.
Liberty 1.
All right, Liberty 1 around Philadelphia.
Yeah, you know me.
I know a runner when I see one.
Yeah, oh yeah, you know, because you know what that's like.
I know a runner.
You know everything, right?
I know a runner.
Well, how can anybody tell you anything when you know everything?
All right, Casey, you're gonna hypothetically
Robin,
tell me
Robin, what's that like? What's it like to just to know everything? Tell me what it's like. Tell me what it's like. I want to know what it's like. I want to know what it's like to know everything in the world and never learn anything new. I want to know what that's like because I don't know.
What could I learn from you?
No, Robin did serve in the Air Force.
Gonna try to draw things back up now. Get the garage cleaned out a little bit. See G1140. G1140, divine power, deity, divinity, a spirit, a being inferior to God, superior to men, evil spirits, messengers and ministers of the devil. Devil, God, G1140, G1140. Show you something else here. G1140, G1140. G1140. See it? Let me tell you. G1140.
Aleister Crowley is the Lord.
See it?
God. Trump is Jesus. Forever
Let me tell you something.
The truth rises.
If Father could tell Nebuchadnezzar
Robert F. Kennedy
by
Jr.
the writing on the wall,
silence becomes you. Synagogue of Satan. It's happening now. You already know. Jesus, back from the dead. Date proof. God is here. Today's date is October 15th, 2024, 8:32 p.m. Steve's a master of the skies. Aleister Crowley, Sean Combs. Sean Combs is Aleister Crowley. He's also Robert F. Kennedy Jr. How can that? He's Vladimir Putin too? Is he also Jesus back from the dead? Master of the skies. Supercomputer. So, I would final answer on 1140. What does it mean, Sean Combs, celebrity? It means Trump is Jesus. And it also means because Jesus speaks in Trump's mind. The character Donald Trump, and is a master of the sky, so Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Aleister Crowley. But see, the thing is, the truth rises. Because this is all happening now.
That his kingdom had been numbered? Who are you to tell me that God hasn't numbered this kingdom that we're in right now? Who are you to tell me? G1140. G1140. See it? Let me tell you something. If Father could tell Nebuchadnezzar by the writing on the wall that his kingdom had been numbered, who are you to tell me that God hasn't numbered this kingdom that we're in right now?
Nebuchadnezzar is mentioned in the Bible, particularly in the book of Daniel. The book of Daniel describes Nebuchadnezzar's dream of a giant statue representing future empires. Nebuchadnezzar is said to have experienced a period of insanity, living like a wild animal, according to the book of Daniel.
Whether you want to believe it or not.
Whether you want to believe it's your place, all right, and it's going to be on earth when Satan's reign begins.
Whether you want to believe it or not.
I understand now, right to the very, very bitter end, and my reward.
Wait a minute, I thought we had plenty of time, Steve.
And my reward is stored up, and my reward is stored up, and my reward is stored up.
There's a reward for this. I just have to be patient. And forgot what you said.
I'm king, whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you want to believe it or not. I'm king, whether you want to believe it or not. I'm telling you the truth. So I.
Elijah slayed 450 prophets with a sword, words.
You know why? Because I'm king, whether you want to believe it.
Well, let me see. I want to think about Elijah here. Itchy ears. Itchy ears. Okay, just the same as Robin. Robin has itchy ears. Okay? He takes things out of context. Proper context. Just like Terrell talks about context. Context. Alright? That's what.
Think again. Because Father told me
Madness is
I'm
often
going to
interpreted
rule
as a divine punishment for his pride and arrogance, as a divine punishment for living like a wild animal, is said to have experienced a period of insanity. Living like
the White
a wild
House
animal,
and
according to the book of Daniel.
Donald Trump. I own you, all right? Robin, okay, is a thief, and he was a thief from the beginning. All right, and a liar. I don't know what my point is. Did I get my point across to you guys? I am who I says I am. I am Jesus. All right? You didn't recognize me, bitch? I'm the new Jesus in town. All right?
Asu.
You can either believe what I'm telling you, or you can follow after the joke. She was the one who was wearing because he is stolen the Batmobile. That's who she is. She's the queen of makeup. And all right, I don't care. I don't care.
Elijah himself
chasing after
didn't
fool's
actually.
Guys, he's still subscribing me. Who's the troll? Who's the troll? Who's the agent? I think it's you, dude. Leave me alone. Seriously, dude. Dude, I love it all my heart, man. Leave me alone, man. Dude, you're the one that's nuts, bro. You are literally freaking nuts. Seriously. Dude, I love you, bro, with all my heart. You're going off the deep end, brother. This is Cuckooville, bro. Dude. My subs keep sending me your videos. That's how bad apparently it's getting. I'm not even subscribed to you. Oh, you're going off the deep end, brother. This is Cuckooville, bro. Dude, my subs keep sending me your videos. That's how bad apparently it's getting. I'm not even subscribed to you. Unsubscribe from me, Robin. You freaking psychopath. Unsubscribe from me. You think I don't check my subscribers?
Community we have going here. So I just got really analogy of what when I start Robin. Fucking these conventions being held out everywhere. Yeah, I think he's going to be a king. In Canada this recent year, man. And you know what? He may as well. He might be. I don't know.
I rebuke you. Robin, Henry, Tease.
I anoint you.
Earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast whose fatal wound was healed.
In a verbal smackdown, but just kind of chilled out right now, actually. I'm pretty chill. We're waiting on a few people to gather up. We're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about it. What do I think about Robin? It's a good analogy of what Robin. Because Robin thinks he's going to be a king. In heaven. And you know what? He may as well. He might be. I don't know. But this guy, Rob, is so fucking sure that he stays, and that's another issue I have. It's like, okay.
Robin. Yeah, I'm the real Batman. Okay. What I do, when you understand. I'm sorry, guys.
His madness is often interpreted as a divine punishment for his pride and arrogance. The Bible describes Nebuchadnezzar's eventual restoration to sanity and his acknowledgement of the God of Israel. Nebuchadnezzar's architectural achievements extended beyond the Hanging Gardens to the construction of the Ishtar Gate. The Ishtar Gate was a magnificent entrance to Babylon, adorned with vibrant blue tiles depicting dragons and gods. Nebuchadnezzar's reign marked the height of Babylon's cultural and economic prosperity. He invested in infrastructure, including the Euphrates River's fortification to secure the city's water supply. The Babylonian Empire under Nebuchadnezzar was a major center of trade and commerce. Nebuchadnezzar's military successes included campaigns against Egypt and the Assyrians.
So the second beast exercised all the authority of the first beast
Babylonian territory.
in his presence.
Nebuchadnezzar's reign lasted for 43 years,
all the souls from the beginning
one of the
of this
longest
world.
reigning kings in Babylonian history. After Nebuchadnezzar's death in 562 BC, his son Amel-Marduk succeeded him.
Oh my God. You know,
December 25th, 2018.
I'm tired of hearing Robin's story about talking about
Elijah.
Robin, he's a liar. He's such a liar. He's gonna be slain. Anyway,
Amel-Marduk faced internal strife and was eventually assassinated, leading to a period of instability. Nebuchadnezzar's legacy influenced later generations and became part of Mesopotamian folklore. Nebuchadnezzar's legacy influenced 43 years, making him one of the longest reigning kings in Babylonian history. After Nebuchadnezzar's death in 562 BC, his son Amel-Marduk succeeded him. Amel-Marduk faced internal strife and was eventually assassinated, leading to a period of instability. Nebuchadnezzar's legacy influenced later generations and became part of Mesopotamian folklore. The Babylonian captivity had a profound impact on Jewish history and religious identity. Nebuchadnezzar's name is often associated with Babylon's grandeur and the city's iconic structures. The Hanging Gardens are said to have been built to please Nebuchadnezzar's wife, Amytis of Media, who missed the green hills of her homeland. Some historians argue that the Hanging Gardens might have been located in Nineveh, the capital of the Assyrian Empire, rather than Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar's military strategies and tactics are studied in military history courses. The Babylonian Empire's fall came in 539 BC, when it was conquered by the Persian king Cyrus the Great. Cyrus's conquest marked the end of the Neo-Babylonian.
Henry, tease. I rebuke you.
Babylonian Empire and the beginning of the Achaemenid Persian Empire. The ruins of Babylon, including remnants of Nebuchadnezzar's constructions, have been excavated by archaeologists. The city of Babylon, with its historical significance, is often referenced in literature and popular culture. Nebuchadnezzar's contributions to Babylonian art and architecture had a lasting impact on the region's cultural development. Babylonian cuneiform inscriptions provide valuable historical records of Nebuchadnezzar's reign. Nebuchadnezzar's military campaigns were documented on clay tablets, detailing the conquest of various city-states. The Babylonian Chronicling, a historical text, records Nebuchadnezzar's conquest of Jerusalem and the events surrounding it. Nebuchadnezzar's siege of Jerusalem resulted in the destruction of Solomon's temple. The Babylonian exile left a profound impact on Jewish theology, shaping beliefs about divine justice and redemption. Nebuchadnezzar's empire was known for its administrative efficiency and use of standardized weights and measures. Babylon's status as a cultural and economic hub continued after Nebuchadnezzar, influencing subsequent civilizations.
Okay, so is it true that he turned into an animal? And what's that historical perspective on it?
The story of Nebuchadnezzar II turning into an animal is found in the book of Daniel in the Bible. According to the narrative,
if anybody thinks that Robin is telling the truth, look, that's not fucking way, man, because SJG, he's already exposed him for being an Antichrist. For Christ's sake. I mean,
You and your people's plan is gonna fall, you Antichrist.
Look at that. You can't even make this stuff up. The dragon gave power into Philly Beast, Robin Henry Tees. And that's my Mustang's license plate.
Author Stephen James.
Dr. Robin Henry. Yes.
And the day of the Lord already happened. Okay? And now, me, as the Antichrist, I'm on the rise.
Nebuchadnezzar had a
true that he turned into an animal? Is it true that he turned into an animal? What's that historical perspective on it?
The story of Nebuchadnezzar II turning into an animal is found.
Rebuking Robin is like Satan rebuking.
Found in the book of Daniel.
This video alone, anoint you.
I rebuke you.
Rebuking Robin is like Satan rebuking Christ.
For you. What is it? Is Robin Tees testifying to who the AC is? Or is the AC Robin Tees that's been given power by the dragon? Robin Tees that's been given power
in the Bible.
by the dragon.
According to the narrative, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream in which he saw a great tree that reached to the heavens. In the dream, he was warned that he would be driven away from human society and live with the wild animals for a period of time, experiencing a form of madness. In the book of Daniel in the Bible, according to the narrative, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream in which he saw a great tree that reached to the heavens. In the dream, that he would be driven away from human society and live with the wild animals for a period of time, experiencing a form of madness in the Bible. According to the narrative, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream in which he saw a great tree that reached to the heavens. In the dream, he was warned that he would be driven away from human society and live with the wild animals for a period of time, experiencing a form of madness. The interpretation of the dream was given by the prophet Daniel, who explained that the tree represented Nebuchadnezzar himself and that the king would suffer a period of madness as a punishment for his pride. The fulfillment of the dream occurred, and Nebuchadnezzar indeed lost his sanity and lived like a wild animal for a time.
Robin, he's a liar. He's such a liar. He's going to be slain. He's a liar. He's going to be slain. Anyway, judging, because he's judging me based on lies that he's creating that are coming out of his mouth.
They're coming out of your mouth.
So the thief is also a liar.
Is also a liar.
He is a liar.
He is a liar.
He's a hypocrite.
Hypocrite.
For him to say he's not lying,
He's not lying. He is
Animal for a time.
liar.
It's
a lie for me.
The biblical account does not specify the fulfillment of the dream occurred, and Nebuchadnezzar indeed lost his sanity.
I know that's a lie right there. There's the chili, like Esau.
Witness against thy neighbor. I'm Stephen James. I'm Stephen James. Deshaun.
Lived like a wild animal for a time.
YouTube account. And I only have one YouTube account. And I only have one YouTube account.
Of the dream occurred, and Nebuchadnezzar indeed lost his sanity and lived like a wild animal for a time. The biblical account does not specify the exact nature of his transformation, but it is often...
That is, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Okay? Or brother, in this instance, but I can't call you brother because you're a liar and you're an accuser, and I don't have to call you brother because you don't do the will of my Father.
Yes.
Often understood symbolically as a period of mental illness.
You're right, because we have two different fathers. There's Satan as one,
humbling experience,
and God is the
it's
other.
Important, but it is often understood symbolically as a period of mental illness or a humbling experience. As a period of mental illness, period of mental illness, or period of mental illness, mental illness, or a humbling
I'm
experience.
sorry, my lord.
It's important to note that historical records outside the Bible do not provide evidence of Nebuchadnezzar's insanity or transformation into an animal.
My son David said, "Is this your voice, my son David?" My son David. Now, we've noted in the past that he doesn't like calling anybody by their name. It kind of puts them on a level with him, and so he's been written like calling anybody by their name.
You're an antichrist. You are.
Nebuchadnezzar's
and when people finally realize what you are, they're going to bash your face in.
It kind of puts them on a level with him, and so he's been referring to him all along as the son of Jesse, in a sort of disarming and disregarding way. But now, no, my son David. My son David. Is this your voice?
Son David, right there, is going to give you your answer. Robin Henry Cheese.
Have his eye away. But now, no, my son David. Is this your voice? Have his eyes flooded with tears so that he cannot see clearly? And what would produce tears in the big king filled with animosity? Not the sword of David, but the sweetness of David. Sweetness of David.
Did you know that Nebuchadnezzar II, the legendary Babylonian king, had dreams so profound
And sweetness.
so a colossal statue?
But the sweetness
Way to
of
go, tiger.
Who knows whether God's kindness would lead you to
Higher and higher.
through his tears. Now,
We hear you perfect now. We've focused on some other things. You focused on finding Enki and Enlil and Enoch and Elijah and you you've discovered some very realistic things. I'll just tell you.
Yeah. Well.
So if you haven't gone over and checked out Robin's channel, Robin does some interesting work. He's followed me for a little while. He's had some things trying to figure me out, but I love him. He's a great guy. We got to talk on the phone. We've had a couple of different conversations. Very, very.
Every last bit of it.
but the sweetness of David.
All man-made.
Sweetness of David.
And sweetness.
But the
Way
sweetness
to
of
go,
David.
tiger.
Who knows whether God's kindness.
Robin said, Robin's come about and been fruit in the craziest of ways, right? So this is the whole point, guys. We got to react differently, right? It's about how you react to these things that's going to make it, because that's not going to be noted. It's going to be how you react to it.
Your intention.
Yeah, it's not so much what you actually say or, about what you think about how things are. Like, what do I think about the human hybrids, the CIA officers, discloses and lights? I think I've been talking to all the above.
Like today, hearing from the CIA agent and confirming everything that I've ever learned about Enki, Enlil, all this stuff, and everything that we've ever said, that I was attacked some other things. You focused on finding Enki and Enlil and Enoch and Elijah and today, hearing from the CIA agent some, very realistic things, and confirming everything that I've ever learned about Enki, Enlil, all this stuff, and everything that we've ever said, that I was attacked for, and now this guy confirms it.
Happened in the days of Noah. Well, the sons of God came down and were with the daughter.
And confirming everything that I've ever learned about Enki, Enlil, all this stuff, and everything. Enki and Enlil and Enoch and Elijah. And confirming everything that I've ever learned about Enki, Enlil, all this stuff, and everything that we've ever said. Enki and Enlil and Enoch and Elijah.
Matter who's in charge, because the Spirit of God
and you've
is in
discovered
charge.
some very realistic
that Spirit
things,
is running through
Yeah.
the people that it needs to run through in the highest positions.
Like today, hearing from the CIA agent and confirming everything that I've ever learned about Enki, Enlil, all this stuff, and everything that we've ever said, that I was attacked for, and now this guy confirms it.
Happened in the days of Noah.
Robin, of where all of this is going, and now that you've seen or heard the CIA officer talk about being hybrids, how does that reflect on some of the things that you've seen over the years?
Oh man!
So
go from
if
this.
you haven't gone over and checked out Robin's channel, Robin does some interesting work. He's followed me for a little while. He's had some things trying to figure me out, but I love him. He's a great guy. We got to talk on the phone. We've had a couple of different conversations.
Robin, the king, upon whom God had set his heart, that David might be the king.
Robin, he's going to be slain.
That David might be the king.
All man-made. Every last bit.
Because Robin thinks he's going to be a king.
It's really quite wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a precious moment in Holy Scripture, isn't it? Because what we're
This was the first time in 1,000 years since the reign of Hammurabi that Babylon had risen to dominate Mesopotamia. As a result of his portrayal in the Bible, Nebuchadnezzar would come to be regarded as an oppressive
Don't do
and
the will of
cruel
your father,
enemy
the
of the
devil.
Jewish people.
You're right, because we have two different fathers. There's Satan is one,
Nebuchadnezzar
and
would
God
come
is
to
the
be
other.
regarded as an
what I'm
oppressive
talking
and
about.
cruel enemy
I
of the
understand.
Jewish people.
You are exactly what I'm saying you are, then maybe you'll repent of your sin against me. Okay? But until then,
Against me. You hear that one?
Tease.
I anoint you.
I rebuke you.
Oh my goodness.
Robin, Henry, tease.
I anoint you.
No question
I
about it.
rebuke you.
And my
Robin,
There's not a right side.
he's a
follow me for a
liar.
little while. He's had some things trying to figure me out, but I love him.
Slain. Anyway,
He's like, I've been given authority I'm over loved, the I'm world. hated.
I'm, what'd you say again, Steve?
Yikes.
I forgot what you said.
I'm king, whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you want to believe it or not.
I'm hated.
King, whether you want to believe it or not.
I'm loved.
I'm telling you the truth. So I.
Some
Elijah.
He's followed me for a little while. He's had some things trying to figure me out, but I love him.
So I.
Elijah.
You focus on finding Enki and Enlil and Enoch and Elijah and
450 prophets.
and you
Slain
some
450
very realistic
prophets.
I'm telling you the truth. So I.
Elijah. Slain 450 prophets.
and Enoch and Elijah and and you're perfect now. We've focused on some other things. You focus on finding Enki and Enlil and Enoch and Elijah and you've discovered some very realistic things. I'll just tell you.
Elijah. Slain 450 prophets. With a sword, words.
You know why? Because I'm king. Whether you want to believe it.
Well, let me see. I want to think about Elijah here.
Thank you to Curiosity Stream for The name Nebuchadnezzar is derived from his traditional Akkadian name, Nabukadori Ushor, which translates to, O Nabu, protect my firstborn son. Nabu being the
Because I know you're a liar, like your father, the devil. Not just that time, but 3 times throughout. I gave you a thumbs down. And I'll rebuke you again. I rebuke you, Robin. Henry, cheese.
Going to suffer and be killed, and after 3 days rise again. Peter, whom some regard as the first pope, took Jesus aside and began to rebuke him. Anybody reading the Bible goes, that doesn't make any sense at all. Why would he be rebuking him? I thought he was the foundation. I thought he was the key to the whole thing. Why, if you were inventing this?
During the first millennium BC, after being identified as the son of the most powerful god of the Babylonian pantheon, Marduk. As crown prince of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar took part in his father's campaign to conquer the city of Haran in 609 BC, where the final Assyrian ruler, Ashur-uballit II, had gathered the remainder of his forces. The Battle of Haran led to the ultimate defeat of the Neo-Assyrian Empire. Subsequently, Nebuchadnezzar was promoted and began taking charge of troops alongside his father. Together, they led an army into a mountainous region north of Assyria in 607 BC.
Wouldn't that be funny if you were actually King Nebuchadnezzar and you didn't really know it? You're talking about your father being King Neb, but you are.
After his father returned to Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar continued to lead independent operations, serving as commander-in-chief and securing...
And you're the one that had to learn the lesson for 7 years? From the one that you thought needed to learn a lesson from 7 years, but yet you're the one that needed to learn it?
Major victories that solidified Babylon's status as the new superpower in the region. The Egyptian pharaoh at the time, Necho II, attempted to restore the fallen Neo-Assyrian Empire by leading a large army into former Assyrian territories and establishing a base of operations in the city of Karchemish. Nebuchadnezzar faced Necho and his forces in 605 BC at the Battle of Carchemish and dealt the Egyptians a devastating defeat. Nebuchadnezzar's victory over the Egyptians at Carchemish echoed throughout history, appearing in several later accounts such as the Book of Jeremiah and the Book of Kings in the Hebrew Bible. When King Nabopolassar died in July of 605 BC, Nebuchadnezzar rushed back home to Babylon to stake his claim to the throne before his younger brother, Nabu-shum-lishir, had a chance to steal it. Nabu-shum-lishir was never mentioned in documents again after this point, leading historians to speculate that he probably led an unsuccessful revolt that resulted in his demise. Upon becoming ruler, Nebuchadnezzar spoke directly to the patron god of Babylon in his inaugural speech, saying, "O merciful Marduk, may the house that I have built endure forever."
Be killed, and after 3 days rise again. Peter, whom some regard as the
Because I know you're a
first
liar,
pope,
like your father, the devil.
took Jesus aside and began to rebuke him. Anybody reading the Bible goes, "No, that doesn't make any sense at all. Why would he be rebuking him? I thought he was the foundation. I thought he was the key to the whole thing."
Guess what?
Why?
One more time. And you're out. After that, if they haven't accepted what I'm telling them and understand it, help me perfect it,
put some fake ass prints in there.
Realized it, and the Jews don't see it. If the Jews keep going on the way they're going on, and they put some prints over there, some fake ass prints in place, well, destruction will come.
I'm telling you, Adam, that day, who would be the Messiah? Who would be the Messiah?
Or even before that.
Messiah would be man. Man. God had to mocked the truth.
Well, that's all I got to say for today.
Except for,
but I'm sure Robin will cut and paste and, and edit and all that magical stuff that they do. King Henry.
I don't know who you're talking about. They. I'm just one person.
I can't keep his name out of my mouth. That's what he is. There's only one person on earth that can forgive Robin. Okay? And that's me. That's it. I'm the only one that can forgive him. Do you not know, Robin Henry Tees, that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sin? Do you not know that, Robin? I do. Here. Peter was the Son of Man? Well, Peter had the devil in him, didn't he?
Yeah,
he had the devil in him. Jesus said, rebuked Peter. He rebuked Peter.
Took Jesus aside and began to rebuke him. Anybody reading the Bible goes, "No, that doesn't make any sense at all. Why would he be rebuking him? I thought he was the foundation. I thought he was the key to the whole thing. Why, if you were inventing this, you wouldn't write it in this way?"
Peter had the devil in him, didn't he?
He damn sure
had the devil in him.
May I live satiated with its splendor, attain old age therein, with abundant offspring, and receive tribute of the kings of all regions, from all mankind. After burying his father, Nebuchadnezzar returned to the front lines in Syria to continue expanding what was now his empire. In 604 BC, Nebuchadnezzar and his men conquered the city of Ashkelon in the Levant and proceeded to capture its king, plunder its treasures, and leave it in ruins. Over the next 3 years, other states, including the Kingdom of Judah, submitted to the surging Babylonian Empire, and, with the help of Greek mercenaries, the empire was extended into Palestine. Progress was halted abruptly in 601 BC when Nebuchadnezzar...
He rebuked Peter. Called him Satan, adversary.
Just got done drilling a bunch of holes in the bottoms of these.
Okay, things that the matter of fact says in Revelation that there be people who be killed by the beast of the earth.
That could be animals, that could also be
creatures
crawling from the center of the earth,
so I can wake in Philippines.
It might happen in 2023. Next year, 2023. Okay, so 9/11, 11/9. There may be a massive earthquake at that point in time.
Nope.
I doubt it's going to happen this year.
This morning,
yeah. 3:23.
And it flooded out here, but I finished my raised bed. It's all in now.
Isn't that crazy? So
anything. So it's still flooded right about one spot right there.
Bozo, wow. All right, but I call him reprobate.
Robin's new name that I will put upon him. O Henry, how thou art fallen from heaven.
Robin wants to say Robin isn't stalked. He's stupid.
But these guys, I gotta put these
insane line.
Today, all these.
It also says he is propped up as a top gang stalking leader.
and I got to spray them down. Once I get
Scottish
everything
Rite
in the
Freemason,
ground, I'm
Order
going
of
to spray
St.
it all
James.
down with
What makes Stephen just
baking
Sean
soda
special
for the
to evil is his
tomatoes
willingness to be as evil as it gets.
for the peppers.
But remember this,
and
the wrestler Steve Austin, who was born Stephen James Anderson, works with Stephen James.
Nebuchadnezzar chose to march against Egypt. Despite having defeated the Egyptians at Carchemish, the attempted invasion of Egypt was a complete and utter failure. There were heavy casualties on both sides, but the failure resulted in a loss of confidence for the Babylonians. Vassal states started to doubt the power of Babylon, referring to the infant empire as a paper tiger. At home, Babylonians began to disobey Nebuchadnezzar's direct orders and even organized rebellions against him. Turning his attention away from Egypt and back towards the Levant, Nebuchadnezzar led his army into the Syrian desert in 599 BC, attacking and raiding Arabs along the way.
I don't know why you can't see him. I don't know why you can't hear through his lies. I don't understand it. I just, you know, you would think that you would thumbs down. You have more people with 23,000 followers. You would think that this crowd would have thousands of thumbs down. Okay, and the lies that have spewed out of his mouth and why people can't see what he really is. Let's just listen to him. I don't have any criminal history. I don't gang stalk anybody. All right, I'm not the head Luciferian of any cult. I'm not a Freemason. All right.
I'm not. Yeah.
So, you know, why are you people not standing up?
Isn't that
shirt, Robin?
1 year later, the Babylonians captured the city of Jerusalem in a campaign against the kingdom of Judah.
Simple one.
Hoping that Egypt would lend support, Judah's king Jehoiakim challenged Nebuchadnezzar's authority and ultimately suffered greatly as a result. King Jehoiakim died during the siege, and his uncle Zedekiah was subsequently installed as ruler of Judah by Nebuchadnezzar. Further campaigns into the Levant followed, including the capture of the Phoenician city of Tyre. The Babylonian army swept through the region, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. Nebuchadnezzar took full control of all trade routes across Mesopotamia and expanded his empire in every direction. The warrior king was persistent in his policy of expansion, believing a universal kingship to be a right granted to him by Marduk. Following the unsuccessful invasion of Egypt, Zedekiah of Judah refused to pay tribute to Nebuchadnezzar and revolted in 589 BC. This led to Nebuchadnezzar's defining moment, the complete annihilation of the city of Jerusalem, including Solomon's temple. The destruction of Jerusalem prompted the permanent end of the kingdom of Judah. As many as 20,000 Judeans, thought to make up 25% of Jerusalem's population at the time, were captured and deported to Babylon. The deportation of a conquered city's citizens was a common tactic that was often employed by the Assyrians during their time in power. The destruction of Solomon's temple and the Babylonian exile were seen as fulfillments of biblical prophecies. These events led to the strengthening of Judaic religious beliefs.
Asu. S.
He's a liar. He's such a liar.
Elijah.
Robin. He's a liar. He's such a liar.
I'm not.
He's gonna be slain. Anyway, Robin. He's gonna be slain.
Updated my photo and changed the heading. Insane Luciferian liars.
As of December 17th.
December 17th, 2018.
Fuck you, Robin. You make me sick. All your interpretations. I hate when you talk about people are gonna live.
Elijah did slay him. Did Elijah slay him himself? No, he didn't. It was the people that joined with Elijah that rounded up all 450 of those prophets.
There you go.
And they were slain.
And began the Israelites'
Who's this guy
transition
again?
from the polytheistic beliefs of Yahwism to the monotheistic beliefs of Judaism. Yahwism's pantheon of many gods was headed by Yahweh, the national.
Robin says he doesn't lie. Well, he's already a liar because I can testify to that. Robin's called me the king of the gang stalkers, the head guy. I know that's a lie. That's a lie right there.
God of
So
the
he's already-
Israelites,
Hold on, wait.
along
Let me
with his
catch you.
wife, the goddess Asherah. The second-tier gods and goddesses consisted of Baal, Yarek, Mot, and Astarte, who each had their own priests and prophets.
Bob Casey,
along with his wife, the goddess Asherah. The second-tier gods and goddesses consisted of Baal, Yarek, Mot, and Astarte, who each had their own priests and prophets. The Hebrew Bible would go on to refer to Nebuchadnezzar as the destroyer of nations and a cruel and mad ruler sent by God to punish the Israelites for their many.
Gang Stalker's the head guy.
Watch, he's gonna lie.
I know that's a lie.
That's a lie. Watch, and then he's gonna tell you the lie that he just said right there.
That's a lie right there.
I just lied right there.
Sins. 18th century English painter William Blake's famous depiction of Nebuchadnezzar as a mad king is based on the book of Daniel's unflattering description of the ruler, which reads, "He was driven away from people and ate grass like the ox."
Up the vines would grow up this trellis here, and then this over here, I gotta frame it out. Drainage. They were causing them to go, they're starting to get darker now. This one's darkening up. This one was really light. It's getting too much water. It's getting too much water. They were all getting too much water.
From people and ate grass like the ox.
I drilled holes in this one a week ago, and it started to darken up. So that tells me, that told me that they were all getting too much water. They didn't have good enough drainage in the bottom of these containers. So I drilled holes in all of them. Those out there got tons of holes drilled in them, so they got proper drainage in the bottom, sides. I'm ready to drop those all in the ground probably tomorrow. I'll let that dry out today and do those tomorrow.
Body was drenched with the dew of heaven until his hair grew like the feathers of an eagle and his nails like the claws of a bird. On the other hand, Babylonian sources describe Nebuchadnezzar's reign as a golden age that transformed Babylonia into the greatest empire of its time. Among Nebuchadnezzar's many accomplishments were the completion and expansion of fortifications initiated by his father, building a great moat and outer defense wall, constructing canals, paving the processional way with limestone, and renovating the city's temples. The beautiful Ishtar Gate that led into the heart of the city was ordered by the king to be surrounded with blue tiles and adorned with images of animals representing gods. Nebuchadnezzar was exceptionally proud of the Ishtar Gate and added a dedication plaque inscribed in cuneiform that read, "Nebuchadnezzar, King of Babylon, the faithful prince appointed by the will of Marduk, the highest of princely princes, beloved of Nabu, of prudent counsel, who has learned to embrace wisdom, who fathomed their divine being and reveres their majesty, the untiring governor who is constantly concerned with the well-being of Babylon and Borsippa, the wise, the humble, the firstborn son of Nabopolassar. I laid the foundation of the gates down to the ground water level and had them built out of pure blue stone. Upon the walls in the inner room of the gate are lions, bulls, and dragons, and thus I magnificently adorned them with luxurious splendor for all mankind to behold in awe." Lions represented the goddess of love and fertility, Ishtar. Bulls represented the god of storms. Lions represented the goddess of love and fertility, Ishtar. Bulls represented the god of storms, Adad. And dragons represented the central Babylonian deity, Marduk. Behind the enormous
that you've seen or heard the CIA officer talk about being hybrids
represented the central Babylonian deity, Marduk. Behind the enormous bronze gates protecting the city were solid gold statues and an opulent grand temple. The most well-known construction associated with Nebuchadnezzar are the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. With Nebuchadnezzar are
in no particular order.
the most well-known construction associated with the city was solid gold statues and an opulent grand temple. The most well-known construction associated with Nebuchadnezzar are the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which are recognized as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Legend Nebuchadnezzar immortalized himself as one of the greatest rulers of the ancient world. Consider liking. Nebuchadnezzar was the longest reigning king of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, and at the time of his death was the most powerful ruler in the world.
It's called me the king of the gangsters.
Through his considerable military prowess and remarkable construction accomplishments.
Well, he's already a liar, because I can testify to that.
Sometimes something physical carries a spiritual meaning, and vice versa. Leviathan fits perfectly into this category. Let me give you an example of this. In the beginning of the book of Genesis, God creates water, separating the lower waters from the upper waters. Now, you might think that the upper waters refer to rainwater, but there is a deeper understanding.
All right, and it's going to be on earth when Satan's reign begins, whether you want to believe it or not. I understand now, right?
Nebuchadnezzar immortalized himself as one of the greatest rulers of the ancient
I thought we
world.
had plenty of time, Steve.
Consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and clicking the...
stored up in heaven. My reward is stored up in heaven.
Show that again.
Functions. And so they knew that Robin's platform, Robin and his platform and his channel was gathering together a big opposition that would expose him and what he does.
Deshaun, okay, and I only have one James. I'm Stephen James. Deshaun, okay, and I only have one YouTube account.
Cyrus the Great and incorporate it into the Achaemenid Empire. Nebuchadnezzar was the longest reigning king of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, and at the time of his death was the most powerful ruler in the world.
That is, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. You're a lost cause, pal. All right? And thanks for all that knowledge, though, about where you work.
Already know.
Brett about.
I feel bad for them. I really do. I feel sorry that they have to suffer through your mental illness.
5 years
nothing
ago.
to do but watch people's videos. It's kind of ironic.
And one other thing, you know what? I feel sorry for your family. I really do. I feel sorry that they have to suffer through your mental illness. I feel bad for them. I really do. So, you continue to think what you want, and I guess I'll just keep writing everybody checks, right? I guess I'll just keep writing everybody checks and living in poverty what you want. Keep writing everybody checks, right? I guess I'll just keep writing checks and living in poverty and boiling my water on the stove, right? And hoping that I have enough money to pay my bills next month.
You believe that? You believe that story? Huh?
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, my brother.
Oh, by the way, my Corvette, it was flame red. It was flame red.
Yeah.
You're a liar. Take care of bad news, but you're a liar. You are a liar. Bearer of bad news, but you're a liar. You are a liar.
Take care.
Take care.
Up against, right? I'm a regular person in the world, and he's the head Luciferian in the United States. Great. He's a disease spreading his lies and depravity all over America. I can see this now. Okay, I didn't see it back then. I didn't see the lie part. I'm seeing it now. He was the mind control behind a Kalamazoo shooting in Michigan. He manages a high-level Luciferian witch part. I'm seeing it now. He was the mind control behind a Kalamazoo and is the top commander and architect of Kabbalist cults and architect Luciferian apparently family. Served the Massimo family, whatever the purpose of it, operate manager. Commander and architect of Kabbalist cults and architect Luciferian apparently family, ancient road bloodline, Jewish bloodline, and is the top commander and architect.
David is the deputy.
Self-righteous.
February 18th, 1967.
Listen,
That's my birthday right there.
men shall be.
Look at that. So what's wrong? Okay, but I want to show you something else. He's also, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you that I am Adam ben David, who would be the Messiah. The Messiah would be just a man. Just a man. Robin Henry Tees mocks the truth in Gematria.
Yes.
Is that true?
He's also, I'm telling you that I'm Adam ben David, who would be the Messiah. Is that true?
Yes. Is that true?
He's also, I'm telling you that I'm Adam ben David, who
Yes, that is true also. I'm telling you.
would be the Messiah. He's also, I'm telling you that I'm
He's also, I'm telling you that
Adam ben David, who would
I am Adam ben David. He's also, I'm telling you, he's also, I am Adam ben David, who would be
the Messiah.
So, but, I mean, the real truth of the matter is this. The Messiah, Stephen James DeShawn, reveals Robin Henry Tees as a son of the beast, Cain. Just, all you gotta do is, the Masonic language is switch the words. So instead of saying Messiah, Stephen James DeShawn, just go with Robin Henry Tees reveals Stephen James DeShawn as a son of the beast, Cain. You're a son of the beast, Robin. You son of a beast, you. If he's not over in New Zealand, and this clown hops on with the balloons as the caption, and then anytime. So do you remember that? This was 3/16/2019.
when I was still mad at John Clay.
Before 3/16/2020, I had a different tone.